All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High and the proper names in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. I want to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash Ma'amaf, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world equally and willingly call God or Jehovah. Bahashim meaning in the name of, Yahweh Shai meaning he who delivers to the world equally and willingly call JC today. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and another double honor to my elder as well, Ahar One bin Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the 144,000 hopeful elect pushing this truth across the four winds, and to the 1/3 remnant believers on Yahweh Shema Shah Shalom Shalom. It's going to be a quick lesson, put together through the spirit power of Yahweh Shema Shah, and I pray that it be edifying.
America's already saturated and flooded. It's already run its course and it's not going back to how it was. That's why I always tell people, if you can't get out of America, which I call Mystery Babylon, to go to other nations and kingdoms, then try it and go out with faith. But I just want to let you guys know that everything has a course and everything runs its course. I believe America, in my opinion, has run its course in the Western worlds, and you're just seeing a decrease. I see it started off traditional, started off very God-fearing, Bible-like, Jesus Christ-like. That era's over. I know a lot of people want to carry the same name, United States America, and have the same ideology about America that we used to have in the 1800s, the early mid-1900s. Things have already shifted. Things have already run its course, and it's not going back to how it was before. It seems as if it's taking people a while to realize that women will never be the same. They'll never be super biblical or super traditional like they once were in America. Men are not the same, understanding their masculinity, thinking that they're the opposite sex. Relations and dating is not the same because everybody's dating for themselves, for their own personal comeuppance, the whole narcissistic type of ideology. A lot of things have already shifted. Homosexuals and lesbians have already burst through being the victims, and now they're the most represented, they're the most funded through propaganda, through Disney, all the Disney gay characters for little kids now, lesbian and homosexual relationships. They're the most represented, parades and festivals. You have the most laws, and you can call them human rights laws, are all in their favor, nobody else's. People don't really realize when there's already a shift on earth, especially in America, in the Western worlds, it's already crossed over. People have already been given over to a reprobated mind and a hardened heart. They're not going back. So America is only on the path of continuing to decrease. Marriages and divorce rates are higher, STDs are higher, people dying at a younger age, heart attacks, strokes, cancers. America maxed out. All of our great cities, New York, Chicago, LA, now they're all saturated with Americans from all over. People from all over the world, Asians, whites, Hispanics. America's already saturated and flooded. It's already run its course and it's not going back to how it was.
Come, man, and with that being said, we get the first precept in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 6. It says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense." All right, when it says flee out of the midst of Babylon, it's not physically talking about, leaving the country, passport, bro, or trying to seek refuge elsewhere. Because wherever you go, these curses are going to follow you, and the judgment of the Lord going to follow you if you mark for that judgment. You see what I'm saying? And brothers, we don't have the spirit to leave, because we know that Yahweh Shema, we got a job to do first and foremost. And the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah set us here in America because he know that we built to go through, the tribulations that's going to befall this place. You could have been somewhere in South Africa somewhere where, the Lord could have sent you to, Russia, any place. You see what I'm saying? But he chose to put us here because he know that we was built for it. And, for the believers that do decide to leave, same thing. The Lord can protect you anywhere. You see what I'm saying? The Lord can protect you anywhere. He can touch you anywhere. And, you can't escape from the Spirit of the Lord, period. But it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. You got to come out of this place spiritually, turning away from the idols, turning away from the wicked holidays. You see what I'm saying? Turning away from sin and iniquity to the best of your ability. You see what I'm saying? Because it says, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. All right, this place is going to be recompense double for all the transgressions, for all the things that was done to the Lord's people. The Lord's gonna basically render that recompense unto the proud, for basically boasting themselves up and acting as if the Lord is with them and with them only, and feeling like the Lord was altogether one, with them basically. And it says, verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations are drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So right when it's said and done with, the nations drunk of that cup, that wine and that philosophy, that Babylon basically pushed out across the four corners of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So now they basically ready to fight. You see what I'm saying? They ready to come against this place when it's all said and done with. And that's nothing but the Lord's prophecy coming to pass. The Lord moving his chess pieces around. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take blame for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up into the skies. So right when it's all said and done with the Lord, it wasn't written for this place to be healed. Babylon ain't getting no second chances. The Lord basically gave Esau this kingdom and let him and basically gave him a job to do, to destroy. And that's what he did. You see what I'm saying? This devil is a damn destroyer. So now it's time for him to receive his judgment. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be punished. So for all the Jakes out there, well, it's good Edom. Well, it's good Edom. It was good Israelites that still got sold into slavery. You see what I'm saying? The whole house of Israel, you read about Jeremiah, even Jeremiah had to go into slavery. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with. So, these devils basically feel as if that they turn not coming. But what the scripture said, he says, neither will he know the loss of sons, but it says, these things shall come to him in a day when it's all said and done with. You see what I'm saying? It says, for her judgment reach into heaven and is lifted up even to the skies, man. You see what I'm saying? So this place is full of wickedness. This place was the most sinful kingdom ever, to where these devils feel as if they can, reach into the clouds. You see what I'm saying? Satellites and Space Force and, that judgment that just, the sins, you see what I'm saying? That just, constantly building up. They got a debt that they got to pay. You see what I'm saying? They just laid it in thick clay in all forms, spiritually, physically. You see what I'm saying? So now it's time for them to pay that debt. And how they going to pay it? 1968 Planet of the Apes. It says, verse 10, the Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our power. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is vengeance. Because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. So right, when it's all said and done with, the Lord is going to raise up, all these nations, mainly Russia, Iran, and China, to basically destroy this place. As it is written, that every hand is going to be against the wicked, and they basically going to have to eat the fruit of their own labor, and the Lord's going to recompense them double for all the things that they did. Revelations 18. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 13. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee, every one into his own land, right? And most of them gonna try. All those northern tribes that just walked over there, and all the Edomites and the troops gonna be looking. Well, you got sleeper cells here waiting for their orders. But all the people that's generally walking across them borders trying to seek a good life, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening when they lock them gates and lock everybody in just to fulfill their Georgia Guidestones. You see what I'm saying? To where this place gonna be full of people. Damn near 1 billion people might be here, more than in China. And, then that's when they're going to release them, nukes to basically try to do some spring cleaning. You see what I'm saying? So they can gentrify everybody else's land. This devil always got something, try to sacrifice one land so he can inhabit what's left, basically. That's his mindset. He think that he going to win or win against the Lord, basically. It says, they're going to be a chase row. It says, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So, right, if you join into the wicked, you're going to take you're going to basically have to deal with the judgment of the wicked as well. Though hand join the hand, the wicked shall not be punished. But if you sit right there and try to make yourself one with the wicked, God loves all people, blah, 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 then your ass going to be destroyed as well. You see what I'm saying? Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, right? And especially 2/3 of our people that's in these militaries trying to fight. You see what I'm saying? What they need to do is ship these gang members off. Since you want to fight over your hood, nigga, go fight for your hood and your country. Put them niggas on the front line, let them take their switches and their Glocks and their choppers, their ARPs, let them go right over there and fight, since they want to be some some gangbangers, basically. But they're going to fall by the sword. Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Right? This is going to be the judgment, for basically them pointing the finger at Yahushua. Yahushua, remember that rock that you threw 2,000 years ago, So now that judgment going to come and fall on 2/3 of our people that say that, let that judgment fall on us and our children. Now you finna receive that judgment. You see what I'm saying? Verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right? So you're finna raise up Russia. Russia's going to be a guard to many nations. You see what I'm saying? And America going to have to fight on all these different forefronts like Nineveh had to. You see what I'm saying? Their bows also shall dash their bows also shall dash the young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right, and this is what we patiently wait for. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by the Lord for their sins and iniquities, and they was no longer, and nobody's dwelling there today. You see what I'm saying? Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Right, in the old Babylon, this modern day Iraq, and people are dwelling there today. That's how we know that this precept is talking about the modern day Babylon, America. You see what I'm saying? Which will be destroyed by thermonuclear ICBM fire. You see what I'm saying? And those ICBMs gonna have the spirit of the Lord on them, man. This place will never be inhabited again. You see what I'm saying? And Esau think that's his will, but it really is the Lord's will when it's all said and done with. And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 12. It says, for the day of the Lord shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So right, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be punished, but everybody that join with him shall be thrust through. You see what I'm saying? And how are you going to be joined with this devil? By taking that mark when it's all said and done with. By taking that mark, that RFID. You see what I'm saying? And 2/3 of our people, they're going to run down to Egypt for help, which is going to be their detriment at the end of the day. It says, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low, right? And upon all the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, and upon all the oaks of Bashan, and upon all the high mountains, and upon all the hills that are lifted up, right? All these governments and countries, sitting at the World Economic Forum, the NATO, all these things, these meetings, all, you know what I'm saying? They all gonna be brought low, and the remnant of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the elect, gonna be lifted up. You see what I'm saying? Verse 15, and upon every high tower, and upon every fence wall, and upon all the ships of Tarshish, and upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of man shall be brought down, and the haughtiness of man shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? Yahweh Shai is going to be exalted in the day of Yahweh's wrath. You see what I'm saying? And it says, verse 18, and the idols he shall utterly abolish, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks, into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. Right? They're going to be in that Revelation 6 spirit trying to hide. You see these devils trying to basically build bunkers. You got, 2/3 of our people trying to follow after them. You see what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with. So come on, man, the Lord's finna rise terribly to shake the earth, So now we finna finally see the judgment of this place. We've been feeling, the Lord's judgment this whole time, and now we finna finally see the fall of our enemies. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and in the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, it shall leave them neither root nor branch. And that been coming out a lot lately. You see what I'm saying? So the day come that shall burn as an oven. You got Rick Ross building a bunker here in America, thinking that it's going to save him from the thermonuclear fire. No, you finna put yourself in the oven. You see what I'm saying? You finna put yourself in the oven and like, what's that restaurant that he got with the chicken? You see what I'm saying? Bragging and boasting, trying to be like these heathen, man. When it's all said and done with. So, what's that? Fret not thyself because of evildoers, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, man. That's Psalms 37 and 1, but I'm going to get Psalms 37, starting at verse 9. And it says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth, right? So these evildoers going to be cut off. And the main evildoers are the wicked and those that follow after them. But Jake, he like to, overpass the deeds of the wicked. He want to be more wicked than the wicked. You see what I'm saying? It says, verse 10, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Right, Isaiah chapter 14. You see what I'm saying? Not going to be, this devil ain't going to be inherited in the cities, inherited the world. This devil going to be here for one thing, slavery and the build. You see what I'm saying? Thus saith the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Going to have to get that recompense from generation to generation. Every time he born again on this earth, it's going to be for one goal, just like the Lord did us. You see what I'm saying? Verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Right, and these devils see that they coming. That's why they trying to hide in the earth. That's why they trying to hide in these underwater retreats. That's why they trying to, hide in these space force. You know what I'm saying? All these things. But the Lord gonna knock all that down. You see what I'm saying? You see the little Starlink, and if you watch one of these Avengers movie, Endgame, when they lost, Tony Stark said, "What we need is a suit of armor around the world." He said that in the Avengers: Age of Ultron. Well, he was trying to basically in the movie put a whole bunch of satellites around the Earth, so Thanos couldn't come because he was been having visions that Thanos was gonna come. And then you had Infinity War when he came and they lost. And then you had Endgame when he was basically saying, "I told y'all we needed a suit of armor around the world, blah blah blah, this and that." So you see these devils trying to do that now with these Starlink, trying to link all these damn, satellites up or whatever case may be, and basically trying to get prepared to fight against the Lord. You see what I'm saying? And then they got their deep space satellites where they see big crafts and stuff just moving into deep space. You see what I'm saying? All type of things. And the Lord just patiently waiting to let them get done, just to destroy this shit in 1 hour. You see what I'm saying? Verse 12, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have, right, he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be upright in conversation. So, right, that's why they trying to, do away with America, because the bulk of the prophets, here in America, and they think that basically they going to prosper and, they going to prosper in their way, but they going to look stupid as hell when they get their ass pulled out of damn bunkers and that first sunlight hit a nigga eyes and nigga get to squinting and shit. All he see is a whole bunch of tall, strong-ass Israelites. You see what I'm saying? What the brother in New York say, slapping chains on their red-ass ankles and their red-ass wrists. When it's all said and done with, man. Then that's when reality gonna hit him. A nigga that ain't never had to work in his life. Old Rothschild ass nigga, Rockefeller, ain't never had to work in his life. You see what I'm saying? He gonna learn how to work in that day. You see what I'm saying? All the rich elites and they children. Little nigga 12 years old got everything he wanted. You see what I'm saying? Give his ass a shovel. You see what I'm saying? The continual employment. That's what they got to look for. Look towards. You see what I'm saying? While we get that rest that's allowed. You see what I'm saying? All right, the wicked plotted against the just and try to cast down the poor and needy. That slay as such as be of upright conversation. They hate him that rebuke at the gate. Verse 15, their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. So right, when it's all said and done with, they sword gonna enter into their own heart. They dig the pit, they gonna fall therein, and that's just what it is, man. I pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom, on to the next.